After a family's dog had been missing for 12 days, the moment they were reunited was heartwarming. Dogs truly are man's best friend. Like no other animal, they become part of the family, something that was definitely the case for one Las Vegas household. The folks in question were devastated when their dog went missing, but after a painful 12 days, family and pet were finally reunited. Annabelle Vargas and Jesse Arias own a gorgeous black and white dog named Butterscotch. Sadly, though, in late 2017, the hound went missing from their home in Las Vegas, Nevada. The couple had left Butterscotch behind while they took a family trip to California. And home alone for a while, it seems that their beloved dog had gotten anxious, dug a hole under the garden fence, and bailed. Vargas had arranged for her sister to collect Butterscotch and look after him while the family were away. However, the dog must have escaped before Vargas's sister could get to their house. On hearing the devastating news then, the family subsequently returned to their home the very next day to start looking for the pooch. Determined to hit the ground running, Vargas and her clan immediately got to work. They stuck up flyers, checked veterinary surgeries, and called animal shelters, yet sadly all to no avail. A week passed, in fact, with the family getting ever more desperate. But then, 12 days after Butterscotch had vanished, Vargas received word that a dog matching her pet's description had been spotted on a Vegas freeway. Vargas's husband, Jesse Arias, then spent the whole morning looking for the dog, but without success. As a result, he returned home while his wife took over the search. Happily, though, she'd had more luck and found their lovely pup resting up in front of a random house. And hearing his name called, the pooch had bounded towards Vargas. The overjoyed owner then drove home with Butterscotch beside her in the passenger seat. What's more, planning to surprise the family, Vargas started to record a video. "Everyone knows that Butters went missing about a week and a half ago," she says to the camera. "Well, look who I found." Vargas then turns the camera to show her adorable dog sitting next to her. "I've been looking for him all morning. There's the posters," she said, pointing the lens to the missing flyers littering the passenger footwell. In the video, Vargas explains that they are on their way home to surprise Daddy and the kids. She then pulls to a stop opposite the family home, whereupon her husband spots them. And noticing his long-lost pal sat in the front seat, Arias sprints to the car. Vargas, meanwhile, lets slip a gasp and tells the dog, "Daddy's outside! There he is! He's outside!" By now, Arias had reached the car door, only to find it locked, however. "Open the door!" he yells excitedly, but he's too hysterical to wait for it to be unlocked. Desperate to touch his pooch again then, he reaches through the gap in the car window. Things soon get even more emotional, too. Filled with joy and excitement, Arias starts to pet his beloved Butters. He ruffles the dog's head and, with his voice cracking, says, "What were you doing, stupid?" His eyes then start to tear up. Then, as soon as Vargas unlocks the door, Arias yanks it open and embraces his best friend. "Butters, what are you doing?" he exclaims, as the pair exchange hugs and kisses. "You dog." The dog leaps up and rests his front paws on Arias' shoulders as they embrace, and with his tail wagging furiously, Butters is evidently just as pleased to see his owner as Arias is to be reunited with his pet. Continuing on his profane way, the overjoyed owner playfully calls his pooch a f***ing idiot. Yet although the footage shows Arias swearing, it's clear that his words are not intended as insults, but rather convey a mixture of emotions, particularly relief and frustration. The man was annoyed that his dog had ran away for so long, but is now deliriously happy that he has returned. "Come on," he says finally, before leading the dog back towards the house. Arias then brings Butterscotch inside so the kids can welcome him back. And just like their father, the youngsters are filled with delight. The video shows two children sitting on the sofa in the living room. One, a little girl, leaps to her feet and runs towards the dog. She crouches down to Butterscotch's level and hugs him. Meanwhile, the other child remains on the sofa, watching in wonder. Interestingly, while the heartwarming video of this reunion has only recently gone viral, it was actually recorded back in December 2017. In any event, though, the footage has now been seen many thousands of times, as it has been shared on various platforms across the internet. Vargas shared her tale on November 4th, 2019 with the online news group Love What Matters. The group in turn posted the video on its Facebook page, and captioned it with Vargas's take on the story. In it, she explained how the family had lost Butters and then came to find him again. An impassioned Vargas describes how much the pooch means to her and her family. She wrote, "Butters means the world to all of us, and we never gave up. We'd still be looking if we had not found him. It was a very emotional reunion." Unsurprisingly, commenters have also been touched by the footage, with many relating to Arias' comical yet beautiful reaction. Arias even added a comment himself. "It is I, Jesse Arias," he wrote, "the man running to his dog, crying like a girl, and I guess being a big jerk for cussing at Butters. I didn't cuss at him in a mean way. I just missed the butthead." Luckily, too, it appears that Butterscotch hasn't run off again since that fateful day. But in any case, his owners have proved that if you don't give up and are willing to put in the effort, you can always hope for that beautiful reunion. And hopefully Pooch and parents will now stick around together for a long, long while.